Hey, Southeast, I hope you are doing well. This last Sunday, we looked at the story, the event where Jesus heals the man with the demon. He's sailing across the Sea of Galilee, and he lands near the Decapolis, and he's met there by a man who is demonized. And one of the words that struck me when I was studying this passage was anymore. And it's not found in the passage that we looked at. We looked at Luke chapter 8, verse 26. But the parallel passage, so when Mark tells the story, Mark chapter 5, he says it like this. He lived among the tombs. This is the man who was demonized. He lived among the tombs, and no one could bind him anymore. And that's the word, anymore. He says, not even with a chain, for he had often been bound with shackles and chains, but he wrenched the chains apart and he broke the shackles in pieces. No one had the strength to subdue him. And just that idea of anymore. So it seems that there was at one point in time this man's life, he was able to be subdued. He was able to be chained. But evil just overtook him. And so no longer could he live among the people. He was just cast out. And that was the thing that caught my attention about that is it's just a reminder that evil is gradual. Oftentimes evil comes at us from the side. It's something that we're not expecting. It's something that just kind of slowly overtakes our lives. And we wake up one day and we're like, how did we even get to this point? How did we allow this to happen? And it's because we weren't being intentional about our relationship with God. It was because we're not being intentional about whether it's spiritual disciplines such as prayer or reading the scripture or being involved in a community. Evil is gradual. I heard it once say that your direction determines your destination. It's not your intention. So oftentimes we have these good intentions about what we want in our life, whether it's a relationship with our wife or with God or with our kids or with our job. And we have these great intentions, but the direction of our life is actually moving us away from those things. So that's my challenge to you and to me this week as we're looking at this, is what direction is our life going? Like where is the focus? Where is the attention of our heart? Is it on God or is it on something else? Because so oftentimes, again, this evil, we allow evil into our lives and it creeps up and it overtakes us. And it's not saying that there's not reprieve from that. Obviously, there is. Jesus meets us where we are. In fact, as I was thinking about that, I'm also reminded of this passage. It's Matthew chapter 11. 28 through 29, it says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." And I love that phrase, rest for your souls. And so even if you have gotten off track and you've allowed something to creep up and take control of your life or to just overtake your life, there's a reminder that we can always turn back to Christ. We can always turn back to Him. And God meets us where we are. And that's actually the dominant thought for this coming Sunday is that Jesus is going to meet two people, Jairus, a synagogue leader, and a man whose daughter had died and is asking Jesus to come and heal her. And also a woman who had just no hope, and she was sick and she needed to be healed by Jesus. And so she goes into the crowd and heals him, touches his cloak, and Jesus heals her. And we look at those two stories and we recognize that Jesus meets us exactly where we are, that He is our good shepherd. Hey, a couple things coming up this week. We have our empty nester dinner. It's on Friday the 4th. That's at 6:30 p.m. You can sign up for that by going to southeast.cc, clicking on the community tab and signups. And then also don't forget, coming up, I think it's 19 days from when I'm shooting this, we have Easter. It's on 4/20 and 9:30 a.m. We've got a breakfast. Everybody's invited to that. Come for breakfast. The worship service starts at 10:30. Love to see you there. Invite some people to come and join us as we celebrate the resurrection of Christ and the joy that we have in Jesus. Southeast, I hope you have a wonderful week and God bless.